Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Dick for the Pro Wrestling Show presents the WWE Backlash review. Man, oh man, what a backlash it was tonight. The backlash was continuing as Randy Orton challenged John Cena for the WWE Championship, and it was supposed to be a highly contested match. Well, it was a great matchup for a span for almost 25 years. We'll get to it. Cena versus Orton match for the final time. Will be. We'll talk about it coming up, as well as more matches as well. Pat McAfee went against the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther and Pat McAfee had their match tonight, and Pat McAfee really really put a Herculean effort, but just wasn't enough for Pat McAfee as Gunther took it to Gunther. We'll get into this and more as the Pro Wrestling Show starts right here, right now. We get things kicking and cracking right here, right now, here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Hello, everyone. Here. Glad you're here to join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the Backlash review. What a backlash it was! It was the backlash after WrestleMania. And John Cena and Randy Orton for one last time. They're fighting for almost 25 years. Meaning for 25 years, but fighting for almost 30. Join in that conversation. The hashtag Pro Wrestling Tip on Connect. Like I said, this is Connect TV. Thank you all. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. And let's go and get to the nitty gritty right here, right now. Here on the Pro Wrestling Show. So, let's not waste no time whatsoever. We kick things off with this. The United States Championship match was on the line. If we can show a pic of the US Championship right quick before we the competitors and stuff that was in this United States Championship match. They were Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu was in action. Jacob Fatu was in action. Jacob Fatu defended the United States Championship against three other men. He defended against Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and Liv Morgan. LA Knight. I forgot what to call LA Knight, Liv Morgan. Sorry, folks. But what a match that was tonight. As you can see, we got the picture right here. We can show it. The U.S. Championship match was online. These four men battling for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu really had a no champions advantage in this match. Jacob Fatu had to pull all the stops to easily retain his championship, and Jacob Fatu really did throughout. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre taking their battles. Right here, this epic battle right here, we can show it right quick. These men were here waiting right here, buzzing about what went down and what went down tonight and how it went down as well. We saw it right here. Drew choke slamming Damian choke slamming Drew. Got the whole entire match. But you would have thought something was going on. This right here went down tonight and went down over here as it did. As you can see right here. Right here, if we can show you right here. Right here, these four men were battling for the United States Championship. It was a physical, rough match as it was tonight. But it just did not go as planned. As you can see right here. We can show you right here. Jeff Cobb, out of nowhere, making his debut. Jeff Cobb debuting solo, saying that his members getting lacking. Jeff Cobb, look at Jacob Fatu looking like, what is going on? Jeff Cobb is in the middle of this now. Jacob Fatu, Jeff Cobb, and solo. What is going on for real? Jeff Cobb made his WWE debut to help assist Solo help take out LA Knight. LA Knight might have an issue with that. Jacob Fatu retains his United States Championship with the help of Solo and Jeff Cobb. I think Solo really didn't need all this extra help, but hell, he was glad he got it. He was glad he got it. But Jacob Fatu really being a fan favorite. I can tell you that right now. Jacob Fatu really become a fan favorite and retained his U.S. championship. A lot of retention tonight. I really knew Jacob was going to retain the championship. It was just no common secret. And I was hearing rumors, reports about Jeff Cobb was coming. We just didn't know what Jeff Cobb was going to be. Now we kind of know. Jeff Cobb is somewhat like the enforcer for Solo Sikoa. Now he's replacing Jacob when Jacob was the enforcer of Solo Sikoa. I mean, really, a lot's going on. Jacob Fatu really got to watch his back now because you can tell Jacob Fatu was confused, just like everybody else was confused on the situation, on what went down. And I think Jacob Fatu really, um, really gonna have to watch his back with Solo. Don't know when Solo gonna strike, but you can tell the eventual turn is going to happen sooner rather than later. Well, speaking of Jacob Fatu, we'll tell you a little bit later on in Wrestling Hot Topics right here. Jacob Fatu hanging out with his fellow U.S. champion, Selena Vega, both holding their United States championships, the men's and women's. We'll get that Jacob and Selena a little bit later on in the show for Wrestling Hot Topics. Well, we get to another match that a lot of people were talking about, and it was for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. The women's line. I really thought Becky Lynch was going to win, and Lyra was going to take it from her. Well, Becky was going to take it from Lyra, and Lyra was going to fight back to get it back some way, somehow. Well, Becky Lynch had Lyra Valkyria the way she wanted her in the disarmor right here. You can tell right here. We can show you right this disarmor and trying to lock and load the disarmor on Lyra. We thought Lyra's time reign was going to end. Lyra saying that she wants to be known as a pure wrestler, not what Becky Lynch got going on. Becky Lynch trying to be an entertainer. Lyra says she's just a pure women's wrestler. And Lyra probably did. Lyra won the match, rolling over Becky Lynch, the man suffering the defeat right here. Becky Lynch snapped and tagged Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria really wants to know what went down. I think Lyra Valkyria proved a lot of the naysayers tonight by retaining the Intercontinental Women's title, and she did so tonight. But so Lyra Valkyria is a nail hit on her notch by retaining the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Great showing from Lyra. I thought it was gonna be the other way around, but Lyra proved to everybody, including myself, that she is gonna be winning the championship, and she did so tonight by doing what she did tonight. So good for Lyra on that victory as well. So Lyra, the victory for her. Lyra Valkyria becoming a strong champion. I can tell you that right now. And Lyra Valkyria wants to be a fighting champion, and who can blame her? Fighting through all the stops for Lyra. So good for Lyra on that notion for her. Well, we told you this. This was a little bit earlier if you join us, but the men's intercontinental championship was on the line as well as Dirty Dominic Mysterio defending the championship against Penta. Penta looking for his win the intercontinental championship, but he had to go through Dirty Dom to get so. Dirty Dom looking like the person that's really sleazy and really get to the point of where he needs to get to the point of Dirty Dom. Like I said, Dirty Dom doing what he needs to do tonight. Dirty Dom holding the championship, holding the gold. You can tell right here, this Dirty Dom right here, holding the Intercontinental Championship belt as well. But Penta gave Dirty Dom a fight of his life. I think Dirty Dom did not expect that tonight. I think Dirty Dom's gonna really keep winning of that. And Dirty Dom defeated Penta. Penta tried his best until El Gran Americano decided to step in and help Dirty Dom. I don't know what is Dirty Dom doing and what Dirty Dom is trying to do. And Dirty Dom, and however that's going to be coming for Dirty Dom. I think Dirty Dom owes El Grande Americano a future Intercontinental Championship match or whenever he can give it to him, because that match right there was that Dirty Dom retained his championship tonight. Well, we get to another match at Backlash that was a lot of high risk, high regard. And it was Pat McAfee taking on the former world champion Gunther. Gunther, the ring general, went against Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee had his fellow announcers, Wade Barrett, was telling Pat McAfee was going over his head tonight, get in the ring with the ring general Gunther. And Gunther looked like he was unimpressed. Gunther looked like he wanted to take some of that frustration out of Pat McAfee. And Pat McAfee tried his best tonight. Pat McAfee took a lot of chops tonight to Gunther. The commentator from Raw, he's gonna really have things short and sweet. Even Michael Cole even said that he was gonna be biased tonight. Michael Cole said that Pat McAfee, he put Pat McAfee in this situation, and Pat McAfee would eventually he's rooting for Pat McAfee, but a lot of the other announcers, Michael Cole, saying that everyone can't have opinion. Yeah, that's true. Everyone needs, if you got opinion, you got opinion on everything. That's what free speech is all about, having an opinion. And the opinion matters regardless if it's good or bad. So hey, Pat McAfee did his best. He got choked out by, like I had to predict it, by the ring general Gunther. Gunther choked out Pat McAfee and left Pat McAfee out laying right here with the choke. Gunther at first was playing around, but you could have ended the match. Mike Cole was pleading with Gunther to end the match and be done with it. But Gunther tried to tour around play. He choked out Pat McAfee and won the match. So Pat McAfee now um what went down tonight. Pat McAfee got choked out. Pat McAfee did what he did tonight, and Pat McAfee um earned Gunther's respect. I can say that right now. Pat McAfee earned the ring general's respect. So kudos to the match. The match was pretty good. That was the match that everyone wanted to see on social media for real. But Gunther respected Pat McAfee and let it go. He was just frustrated losing his world title, and Pat McAfee now earns Gunther's respect. Speaking of the world championship, we'll talk about a little bit later on in wrestling hot topics about a match that could have happened at Backlash, but it's going to happen in 2 weeks, and we'll tell you news about that Saturday Night Main Event. Logan Paul and Jay Uso coming up. Well, get to the main event. The main event was for the WWE Undisputed Championship. John Cena defend the championship against Randy Orton. John Cena and Orton put on an instant classic tonight. Randy Orton coming out with his Voices music. Randy Orton coming out with Voices. Randy Orton come to his hometown of St. Louis to win his 15th World Championship, if he attempted to do for Orton. Orton tried to come out there with Voices. Throughout the whole entire match, the match was really good and steady throughout. Randy Orton and John Cena doing the normal routine and stuff. Both men are in their 40s. Imagine when they first started nearly 25 years ago when they was in their 20s. Cena, I can remember called the SummerSlam match between John Cena and Randy Orton in 2007. And in 2009, the Breaking Point match and that historic I Quit match between the two. And now, 15 years later, Cena and Orton do it again. But this time, Cena is the champion. Orton is the challenger. Reversal. Orton used to be the heel, and Cena used to be the face. Now, Cena's the heel, and Orton's the face. How that dynamic came about. John Cena played a lot of his heel tactics tonight, displayed tonight. Everything that he did tonight, John Cena really took it to the lowest of but at the end of the match, Randy Orton had John Cena pinned until our truth came out there. Truth came out there to plead with Randy Orton to not do it, to not attack Randy Orton, to not attack John Cena. At the Randy Orton almost attacked the whole WWE officials, including general manager Nick Aldis from SmackDown. Randy Orton was confused, and John Cena playing away his attack, and he did so tonight, attacking Randy Orton and nailing with the belt and got the 1, 2, 3. John Cena still retains the WWE Championship, and John Cena, Cena retains, and John Cena keeps his head on a swivel, and said that he's done with St. Louis. He's gonna move on to other things, and he's gonna do what he needs to do. Will Cena's gonna do what he needs to do down the road? Who knows with Cena and what Cena has in store? But John Cena retains the WWE Championship in one of his final matches he may have against Randy Orton. Who knows? All right, that ends the Backlash review. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics here on Wrestling Hot Topics here on the Backlash review. Backlash it was tonight. It became a review as well. We talked about the Jacob Fatu and fellow women's U.S. champion Zelina Vega. These two came and did a follow up with their respective U.S. championships. Zelina Vega and Jacob Fatu holding the belts and holding their belts indeed and with pride and glory. So congratulations. Speaking of Jacob Fatu, we talked about the debut of Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb make his WWE debut at Backlash, helping Jacob retain his U.S. championship in a fatal 4-way. So we saw that match earlier. Speaking of that, we told you this right here, announced on Backlash. Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso, will defend the world championship against Logan Paul. Logan Paul wants his first crack at world title. He'll get it in 2 weeks. And speaking of that, we will have predict the outcome for Saturday night's main event, as well as the Saturday night main event review. We'll have 2 of those series coming up in 2 weeks on Saturday. So look forward to seeing that. The Saturday night main event predict the outcome special. Predict the outcome will be enhancing to Saturday night's main event now. Will be in addition to Saturday night main event as well as the review show. So we'll see that in 2 weeks as well. Speaking of that, it's Monday on Raw. We're gonna see another fan favorite matches that I love seeing. They're similar in style. Finn Balor versus AJ Styles will happen this week on Raw. Looking forward to seeing that. The clash of both styles. Both were former leaders of the new the Bullet Club. They will do battle this week as well. So we'll see that as well coming up. Well, we talked about it. And don't forget also too, we have the compilation as well. The compilation piece of the Backlash review. If you want to go back and watch the predict the outcome special, it's already there. It dropped earlier this afternoon. Predictions, match previews. I got one match wrong. It was the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Becky Lynch and Liv Akira. I thought Becky was going to retain the championship. Becky lost, but I got 4-1. So all my predictions came true tonight. We thought we was going to get Goldberg. We didn't get Goldberg. Everything else came to fruition tonight. So good for me and good for y'all if y'all did that as well. All right. We're going to end this Backlash review with John Cena retaining the WWE Championship over Randy Orton. So John Cena continues his move and continues his strike. So for me being Kendrick Dix, saying so long, thanks for watching the WWE Backlash review special. We'll see you this Monday for the Raw Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show.